And there is a question which has puzzled me. And that is, why do our PowerPoints look the way they look? Wouldn't you say that you are averagely intelligent in here? No? There is a certain hesitation to that. I would, well, if I say overly intelligent, maybe you would get that. Well, the problem is when you look at this PowerPoint and you sit there and you sit in this PowerPoint meeting and you go like, oh shit, what was happening? I don't know. And then you go home to your own office and you sit down and you build an equally bad PowerPoint just to do exactly the same to the people that come to your meeting. I'm not saying all of you do it. I'm just saying that 99% do it. And the PowerPoints, I mean, they look like this. They can look like this, and they can look like this. Just love this one. This one was awarded being the worst PowerPoint presented by a CEO in Europe. Just, yeah, I hope we haven't got any nominees in this room for that award next year. And you think, that's bad. Can it get any worse? Apparently. So we'll kick off with 4 practical tips. We'll start with this guy. Is this one doing it right? Have you seen this? Has this happened to you? It has, yeah. This is embarrassing. But I want to state the following. This man is doing it right. He's obviously not doing it. You shouldn't stand in the actual video projector. But what he's doing right is that he is the presentation. He's here. He is the energy. He shows what his thoughts are. He shows what his beliefs are by being in the chart. Because somewhere about 20 years ago, there was a misinterpretation of this. And suddenly when PowerPoint was born, the presenter thought that, hey, I'm not the presenter anymore. I can just hide away behind this. And I can use my laser pointer. And I can do this. Nobody has to see me. That's not the case. You will never be convincing and credible and get your results if you hide. You are the presenter. Can I hear you say that? Who is the presenter? Yes. Great, thank you. My second tips is this one. And I've got a beautiful one here as well with a little yellow line around it. 70% of your communication comes from your non-verbal language. If I stand like this, this is very, very different. Or if I stand like this, or if I stand like that, or if I've got my head tilted. 70% of my language comes out of my body. If you haven't got one of these, you will likely be sitting down by your desk or by a table doing like click, click, and then we got, and then click, click, and then we got. And then you maybe you move here, and then you go back, and then you click, click, and then you go this, and then you do this little dance, and click, click. And you will lose 70% of the communication. So you go like, shall I get one of those? They're 400 Swedish kroner. 400 Swedish kroner for 70% more communication or not? Well, decision shouldn't be that hard. Do you see on this one as well, I've got a little red button there in the middle. I haven't got one of this, unfortunately. That is a laser pointer, and I would advise you to use it. Use it as much as you can. It is the absolute most brilliant device you have in your hand, but only if you play at home with that one. Because it's got nothing to do in a presentation. Can you just indulge me for a second and just visualize a PowerPoint slide so complex that the presenter will need a laser precision device to show exactly what he's pointing at? Can you just imagine that? Now, leave the laser pointer alone and use yourself, use your body language to point at what you want to point at. This guy, who is he? Who is this man? Bill Gates. Would you define him as averagely clever? Yeah, I would as well, at least average. His PowerPoint looks like rubbish, and I don't want to even go into that. But he's doing one thing wrong, and I'm doing the same mistake at the moment. And that mistake is that, where do you think that 3,000 people are looking when he came in and he said, "Welcome to the Microsoft Congress." Were they looking at him, or were they looking at the slide as you were just at the slide? So what he should have done is this: "Welcome to the Microsoft Congress. It's beautiful to have you here today." And then when he's done with introduction, he flicks it on. And when he finds focus, he flicks it off. So my advice to you, always start black and then flick it off when you want the focus. And if you haven't got one of these beautiful little devices, you can hit B on your computer. B, 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 like in black, 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 black. It'll turn it on and turn it off.